There are an estimated 22,000 lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender older adults living in Southeast Michigan. They grew up in a time when they had to hide their identity. Many still do, while others have lived full, open lives. They may be your grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, or friends. But have you heard their stories?
I was born in the assembly line 50s and then became politicized in the turbulent 60s. In 1966, I got my first paying job, and so that's when I began to pay into Social Security. And in 1973, when I turned 21, that was the year that homosexuality was removed from the Manual of Psychological Disorders. So I sort of count my coming out from that point, but I was still 24, which is pretty old by today's standards, when I actually came out in the bicentennial year of 1976. That's where I divide my life and my career. There's a pre-AIDS and there's a post-AIDS. And pre-AIDS, I was a writer and producer of nationally syndicated radio programs, and public information officer and publicist and journalist. And post-AIDS, I became a sexual health educator and media coordinator and facilitator and trainer and caregiver and mourner. It was an experience from which I don't think any of us who survived it or have survived it so far are likely to ever completely recover. We have a lot of work by being visible to do to help younger people understand what it means to be different, and yet to be a part of a large group of different people who are becoming more and more of a majority and less of a minority.
The area agencies on aging in Southeast Michigan provide information and referral for services such as meals, housing, in-home care, and transportation. They have trained their staff on how to sensitively identify and appropriately serve LGBT callers. If you've been reluctant to call, or you know of an LGBT senior who needs assistance, reach out to the Area Agency on Aging that serves your community. In Detroit, Hamtramck, Highland Park, Harper Woods, and Grosse Pointes, call 313-446-4444. In Southern and Western Wayne County, call 800-815-1112. Residents of Livingston, Macomb, Monroe, Oakland, St. Clair, and Washtenaw counties, call 800-852-7795.
At the Detroit Area Agency on Aging, we are committed to serving older adults with dignity and pride. We build our resources around trained staff to meet the specific needs of older lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender older adults.
The Area Agency on Aging LGBT Collaborative Project is funded by a grant from the Hope Fund at the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan and hosted by the ACLU of Michigan.